Right? Today I'm talking about the new DC film, Superman. This was written and directed by James Gunn and stars David Corenswet, Rachel Brosnahan, and Nicholas Hoult, as well as featuring a ton of actors that you should definitely recognize. And the basic premise is Superman has been on the scene for 3 years, but he has now finally come across something that has defeated him. And so with this newfound defeat, he wrestles with his heritage and also what it means to be a god among mortals. And yeah, no, I love this movie. It was so good. I really have nothing but praise for the film. I feel like at its core, what it's about is Superman is this idealist, and he is constantly at odds with Lois Lane, who is a realist. And then together they're fighting Lex Luthor, who's a man who's just obsessed with his own ego. So it's like, how do all of these things mesh? And they don't. And like, I loved Lois's line about Clark just loves every single person he comes across and finds beauty in all of them. And he's trying his damnedest to save everyone and everything. Like, he saves a squirrel at one point. There's so much beauty in that. And like, when there is that monster that's attacking the city and he is just trying so hard to figure out a way so that this creature doesn't have to get put down. Or if it does have to get put down, that it's put down in a humane way. I feel that. I can relate to that. I can understand that. But then looking at Lois's perspective of everything, the nuance of everything, like when she questions his actions in regards to the definitely not Israel-Palestine situation that's happening. And like, yeah, they both share the same perspective of this is a bad thing that's happening, we should stop this. But there's so much more nuance to it, because it's like you're interfering with international affairs, and do we 100% know that what we believe is the truth? This country is very adamant that this other country needs to be liberated. They're not just saying that out of nowhere, and we're not there, so like, how can we say? And then like, is Superman acting on behalf of the US government because he is a US citizen? And then Lex's whole thing is just so perfect, because it really is one of the most honest portrayals of a billionaire I've seen in a film, just because it is all about their ego. Like, Lex at his core hates that Superman is getting this worldwide attention. He wants to be the thing that everyone is always talking about for all of his contributions to the world. It's very Elon Musk, because there was, I forget what the exact quote was, but it was something along the lines of, Elon Musk wants the world to be saved, but he wants to be the one to do it. He doesn't want anyone else to do it. While he wants to prop himself up to do it, he wants to take away all of the tools that others would use to save the world. Because the goal isn't to save the world, the goal is for him to get the credit of saving the world, which is that nice little nuance. And I think this film perfectly captures that nuance. And yeah, all three of them give great performances, but the whole cast was just great. Nathan Fillion is always a delight to see, and he was such a great Guy Gardner. We got Isabella Merced, who I just could not get enough of. I mean, I can't get enough of her in general, but like, every time she popped up, I'm like, yay, it's you. I have to, of course, shout out Jimmy Olsen. I love the actor in general. He was on Psych. I've seen him in a number of other things too. I knew I was gonna love him here, and he did not disappoint. He was just so fun, so interesting. I loved his whole storyline. The leader of the one country, I can't pronounce the actor's name or the character's name, but I loved him so much. I loved Crypto. How can you not love Crypto? I loved too that some seemingly throwaway things did come back together with him. That was just perfect. So yeah, no, if you couldn't tell, I crazy loved this movie and would wholeheartedly recommend it. I ranked it very high, but I honestly probably would rank it higher in the future, just because on the day in which I watched it, I was not in a good mental state. So like, despite my bad brain, I still loved it. So I think if I rewatched it on a good brain day, I would think even more highly of it. So yes, crazy loved this film, totally recommend. And now for my ranking, I put this at number 4 in the really like section. And this is out of a total of 65 new movies so far this year.